you know what the world needs right now?
What?
A wedding. A summer bay wedding. I was almost going to start singing Love. No.
Do it.
Sweet love. Over the course of Home and Away's history, there have been some amazing nuptials that we will never forget.
Like Pippa and Michael in 91, Angel and Shane in 95, or Leah and Vinny in the new millennium. Tonight is said to be no different when the resident doctors say, I do.
Found me.
Nobody knows me here. See, I know I'm fine. All of my own. All of my friends.
Ready?
Let's get married. All of my friends are back home.
I just can't. I just can't go on. It's a turn. And the twinkle in the eye. Penny Mcnamee, who plays Tori, joins us in the studio. Hey, Pen. How are you? This looks beautiful as an actor on Home and Away. When you see wedding in your script, is it like one of those dreams come true?
Yeah, it was a little bit of a pinch myself moment, I think. I've been on the show for, 5.5 years, and Tori had a lot of boyfriends but never quite made it to the altar. And so for me it was just this lovely feeling of, oh, good, the character's going to, get her happily ever after, I guess.
Yeah.
And you got to choose the wedding dress.
Well, yes, I got to pick the top three. And that was fun. So I got to go to a beautiful bridal store in Crow's Nest called Love Bridal with our head of wardrobe, Shelley. And we went through a whole bunch of them and we picked our top three, and then they went through to the producers and they decided, they knew more of what the style of the wedding was going to be. So they had a better idea of what would suit the style of the wedding. But to be honest, the one they picked was my favourite. So.
What sort of world are we living in, Penny, where the producers know more about your wedding than you know about your wedding? TV is a horrible place.
It is strange. Like when I turned up on the day, there were all these things that I didn't know were happening, and it was this lovely surprise. I mean, that's the ultimate wedding. Not having to plan it, just turn up with the bride.
And getting the video done for free.
And not have to pay for it full stop.
Totally. I know.
What about the big day itself? Is it a different kind of acting day?
Look, I didn't think I was nervous until I drove to the wrong set. For the first time ever, I went to the wrong location and I drove straight to Palm Beach and thought, where is everyone? And realised it was being filmed in Avalon, which is where we filmed the Morgan House things. So anyway, I didn't think I was nervous until then, but it is a nerve-wracking day. Particularly when you are the bride or the groom, you're in every shot, obviously, and you have a lot of lines and you have to almost block out all of the excitement of the day to really make sure that you're staying true to the character and the story, because you really do it for the fans.
You're just being a typical bride by driving to the wrong set. You were just late to your own wedding, which you have to be when you're the bride. It's a bit bittersweet for you, though, because Tori's actually leaving the base, so can we expect a bit of an emotional one?
Yes, it was emotional filming it on the day because it was actually the last scene that I filmed. And there were some goodbyes in this episode as well, which were quite emotional to film. But yeah, like for me, it felt like the right time for the character to leave. It also felt like the right time for me personally in my life to leave. So it was bittersweet, but I'm so thrilled with what a happy ending it is for the character.
So it's been more than 5 years, as you said, since Tori first appeared in Summer Bay. As an actor, how do you say goodbye to such a big part of your life? How do you prepare for people to yell out, "Hey, Tori," for the rest of your life?
It still is happening. It's tricky, but I've been in lockdown like everyone else in Sydney since I left the show in May. So I've been at home homeschooling kids and with my husband and our little girl as well. And it's actually been a really nice period to be quite still and pensive and think about the last 5 or 6 years, because it has been a really big chapter of not only my life but my family's life as well. So look, it's reflecting on, wow, how amazing as an actress growing up in Australia. You hope that you get a role like this and you get a storyline like this, and I honestly have nothing but just gratitude and awe in a way that this actually has happened.
You're actually one of the few parents who are qualified to do homeschooling because you've got a background in teaching. Is there a chance that this might have inspired you to return to the classroom?
No.
Okay, that was definitive. That was quite quick.
I've done my time as a primary school teacher and it is the hardest job in the world, and I was reminded of that in the last 3 months homeschooling my child, yes.
How far ahead can you look as an actor? Like, can you go, okay, what's next? What do I do now? Yeah,
it's a good question because a lot of people do naturally say, oh, what are you going to do now? But as an actor, you don't really have great control over that. You audition for things and if you get the job, you get the job. But For me, I prepare in terms of, I'm a singer as well. My background's in musical theatre, so I'm back doing my singing training again, so that when those auditions come, I'm ready. You keep your fitness up, I read a lot of books to do with acting, and you just kind of, it's almost keeping your skills sharp, so that when those opportunities arrive and those auditions come, you're ready for them.
All right. Well, lovely to see you. We're glad that you drove here and not to Channel 9 by mistake.
Me too, thanks.
You've got a history of that now.
I do.
Great to see you.
Nice to see you guys.
And I wore white just to
I know, you're ready.
Such an upstager.
Yeah.
I know, it's a bit bad. What does that say about me? Well, you can tune into the Wedding of the Year on Home and Away tonight at 7 p.m. on 7. I'll still be wearing this white dress.
Thanks, Penny. Good to see you.